Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another X-Men Evolution reaction for you guys. Cannot wait to dive into this episode. This is Season 1, Episode 9, Survival of the Fittest. I like that title. So, last week's episode was Spike Cam. And Spike got a hold of this camera from his teacher saying, here's some extra credit, make a movie about your life or things going on or whatever. And it's like, okay. He starts filming stuff that he shouldn't be filming. Okay, he filmed a testing thing with Wolverine and Cyclops. Of course, his camera being used right away was able to be found by Sabretooth because he tracked him down and knocked him over and found out where Wolverine's been hiding. I don't know how Wolverine's been hiding his scent. I guess there's a way to or whatever from Sabretooth. But regardless, there's a whole fight that went down there and everything. And then, of course, Spike filmed Jean while she's getting dressed in a sense. And I addressed that saying that I felt like, man, that doesn't really play well now. People are saying, well, at the time when it was made and came out, it was kind of more normal for that, and obviously she wasn't like naked or whatever, so there's that. But you know, ultimately it was a timing thing, so it is what it is. We'll just get past that whole thing because yeah, this show came out quite a long time ago at this point. But Spike ultimately learned his lesson, but he did trick Sabretooth because he did get Kitty and Rogue to go out and do this little dance thing or whatever, but to get Sabretooth to track them down or whatever. And Wolverine was there, and they dropped him off. They dropped Sabretooth off at Antarctica, it seems. So he's really, really far away, so I'm assuming we won't see him for quite some time. But I hope we do see him again at some point. Also, we got to see Rogue become kind of a werewolf because she absorbed Sabretooth's powers, and she changed. Her hair grew long, she had fur and whatever, long nails and stuff. It was kind of a crazy look for Rogue, but then, of course, it was gone the very next thing we see her, but it's fine. It's a funny little visual to kind of see for a little bit. So, I'm ready to get this episode, guys. Let's check it out and see what happens. Let's go. Where's this guy going? Just a lot of steps to get to wherever he's going. Oh. Oh! 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 Oh!
Wake up, King. It's time you had a long reunion with your brother, Charles Xavier.
You will not be engaging in potato sack races, water balloon tosses, or pony rides. Do you read me?
Yes, Sergeant Hawk, sir.
Here we have a young man, Scott Sumner.
Summers.
Whose scholastic achievements at Bayville High have earned him the rank of group leader. Dismissed!
Dismissed! Like army, kinda.
Oh, I'm gonna be dead in like 2 days. Anyone know how to hotwire a school bus?
Whoa, slow down, Private. Come on, we're not washing out in front of the whole school.
Really be told that I'm a
Yeah.
Group leader, scholastic achievement.
We'll beat them where it hurts most. In public. In front of everyone.
Oh,
let's go.
Okay. Ooh.
I'll sneak you out of this horrible prison where... Now, who was it that locked you away?
Who are you?
That
deal
voice.
maker.
That voice.
I arrange your early release, and you deliver to me one item in your brother's possession. You are, after all, the unstoppable Juggernaut.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Oh, shit.
I have a plane waiting. It will take you...
Oh.
No one takes Juggernaut anywhere.
Oh, shit.
And nothing
Oh, shit.
gets my way.
Charming.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
You swim? Yeah. Pity.
Yep. Yep. Oh!
Or not.
He did not handle like a group leader. Nope. Yeah!
Scott should have lost, and you know it.
Yeah, just because he slipped and took a bath.
You want that ribbon
It's
so
about
bad?
to go down.
Hit it to your forehead, freak.
He's pissed. Shut up, kids. Shut up. Oh.
We got ways to weed the loudmouths from the tough guys. We fight it out in the wilderness against the wilderness. This team to snatch a flag I planted up there on Mount Humiliation and brings it back to
Oh my
me
God.
wins. I want a snapshot of every member right there at the top. Are we clear?
Sir, yes, sir!
That
You're leaving
sucks.
5 from opposite trails.
Oh, you got something in mind, Rock Tumbler? Cause
Ooh.
What do you think you're doing?
What? We'll all play it straight, and you know what? We'll wave to you from the top.
Good. That's the deal.
Good.
We're all competing fairly.
Just our students. Up at Ironback, they've been a little active.
Did you tell them not to use their powers?
No,
Well,
I was hoping they'd
hoping
make
that-
their
yeah.
decision themselves. Seems we have a new mutant on the scene, after all.
Well,
Discovery. Enhanced mutant signature. Name? Kane Markham.
He's like, what?
President,
What?
Stokes County Maximum Security Prison.
He possessed an X gene at birth, but it was dormant most of his life. So he awakened it with mysticism. He's become a Juggernaut. Invulnerable.
He's just walking. Doesn't give a shit. Get out of my way. I love that. He's like, nonchalant. Get out of here. Move. Move.
Come on, let's pick it up. We're almost to the base.
We're almost there. Let's go.
What's with Mr. Decathlon? Come on, just follow Scott's lead on this.
He's pulling him up. Yeah. Yeah.
Engage autopilot.
I like this thing with the Blackbird where she can strap herself in and stand above it or whatever, outside doing all that. Yeah.
If no one can see Kane, then no one will be foolish enough to try and recapture him.
Yeah,
If I
that's true.
can't stop him, Charles,
You can't.
best protection
I don't
will
think
be in
so.
the danger room.
Oh my god. That is fucking crazy.
An abandoned mine?
Toad's checking for a shortcut. Hey, there's a tunnel in there that's like a stairway to the top.
Now you're
Oh,
talking.
convenient.
That flag is ours. It's there. We are very close. And no sign of the enemy. Forget the
Well,
pitons.
they're
And
in
then
danger.
Strike a rope up there. Time is wasting. That flag is ours.
Oh.
You bonehead! We can't get through there. We probably lost because of you.
Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Thank you, Gene. Thank you.
I don't recommend that.
Nice move.
Of course. Oh,
That
careful.
trigger had to be Lance. So
Yeah.
they gotta be close. Gene, levitate us all to the top.
No way, forget it.
What? You just used your powers. What's the difference?
That was life and
Maybe
death.
he's about to die.
This contest
Yeah.
isn't.
We're caved in. Oh, come on, don't leave us down here, man. Not for some stupid flag.
Failed relationship with our father, and his resentment of me fueled his anger.
Wait, when did he put on the
After
helmet?
was empowered,
He had it off,
anger
and it's
became
off there.
destructive and dangerous.
Did I just see a
He
continuity error?
He's here.
Yeah, continuity error, because that long, that far shot, he had the mask on.
Coming home.
But he's trying. He's like, nah, who cares? Oh! Get that helmet off, get that helmet off. Ooh. Holy shit. Oh my god. Dude.
You smashed it! What happened to our deal?
I don't make deals.
Get out of here.
Aren't you gonna welcome me home?
I'm there.
Of course, of course.
Professor X is in danger.
Yes, we gotta go.
So
We
is
gotta go.
Mystique.
Up to it? Let's go.
There's your flag. Bye.
You ungrateful thug!
Nothing. Nothing. It's, oh my god.
Take a break, Wolverine. We'll take it from here.
Oh my god, really? Really?
This is a surprise?
She's actually, okay. Oh.
Kane's helmet.
Oh my god. The theme.
Meet the unmovable.
Ooh. Jesus. Get that helmet off. Come on. Oh, that was cool. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ooh. Damn. He's still trying. Yeah, we're together.
You won't
Wow.
see every day.
I agree. And that's a shame.
Come on, boys. Let's get out of here before you're invited to a slumber party.
Repairs on Cerebro are waiting.
Yes.
Hey, maybe they'll come around. Hey, and
Maybe.
you could be their conscience.
I don't
You're
know.
pretty good at it.
Shut up.
This was a really good episode, and I was not expecting Juggernaut. That was so freaking cool, and how they actually wrote the character was pretty interesting, and how they actually handled him in the show in terms of this episode was interesting as well, because when the two cop cars pulled in front of him, instead of him like running and ramming into them and stuff, he just picked them up and just flung them out of the way. Get out of here. And he just keeps on walking. And the train is going by. He just slams through the train. He doesn't run at it. He's just walking through it. And then when he's in the danger room later, when he's about to attack Mystique and Professor X, and that training sequence started that Professor X called out for, and that's why he's in the danger room just in case. All those like blades and stuff, nothing. It literally did nothing to him. He was just literally literally a Juggernaut. Non-stop, like unstoppable, not non-stoppable, unstoppable. Like they really stayed true to that. Now I will say, design-wise, the helmet is a little big, but it did match up with like the base or like the top of his like chest armor. So it actually clicked on or whatever, like those clicks, like it was like 4 clicks or whatever, 2 in the front, 2 in the back, that they all had to, get off or whatever. Mystique, of course, put the helmet on and everything. Wish the helmet was a little bit smaller, but it did line up with the chest piece. But still, I think they could have maybe redesigned that slightly. But then again, Juggernaut's helmet's always been massive, but I think they could have maybe done something a little bit different to make it a little bit smaller or whatever, because it looked comically big at points. But it's okay, because ultimately what mattered is how they write the character. Well, he's I keep using that fucking word non. It's been a long fucking week. I apologize. An unstoppable Juggernaut that, he literally isn't fazed by anything. Like, him fighting Wolverine was nothing. He was, like, running around, picking him up, throwing him like nothing, and slamming him through walls and shit. He didn't care. It didn't matter what Wolverine was trying to do. It didn't bother him at all. Like, he didn't care. And then the whole thing about him supposed to get Mystique to Cerebro, which I get that plan, because Mystique wants to get Cerebro for her and Magneto and everything, because it's a very useful tool. However, he doesn't care. I mean, he already revealed that when, Mystique's, okay, so we're going to do this. I have this car. And then he pushed her out of the way. Like, no one's going to tell me what to do. No one's going to do, like, whatever. It's like, he's not going to care. So, of course, he broke Cerebro. He doesn't give a shit, because ultimately, you got me out. I'm going after my brother. I'm not going to help you out. Whatever. Like, who gives a crap? So, I like the fact that they made it to where, and the voice, whoever did the voice for the character was really, really good as well. Like that first line, he goes, "Who are you?" to Mystique. Like that was pretty deep and like, ooh, okay. But then his voice didn't stay in that register the entire time. But I like the fact that he definitely has a mean side to him, which makes sense based off of the history, because like it was interesting too how Wolverine didn't even know about him, right? Nobody knows about him except for Professor X. I'm assuming Mystique, of course, found out. I guess Magneto, of course, knows about it, because how else would Mystique know to go to that state-of-the-art prison or whatever, that Supermax prison, whatever. I know it's called Supermax, but you get my point. But how would she know? I'm guessing Magneto told her. But the fact that Wolverine didn't know was actually surprising. That Wolverine did not know who Juggernaut was. But they did pretty good with that. So in terms of the episode title, Survival of the Fittest, it actually wasn't referring to necessarily Juggernaut. I mean, it kind of was in terms of like, at any point, if you're not capable during this fight, where we actually had the Brotherhood and X-Men working together, which was kind of surprising. I'll get to that in terms of this part of here, in terms of the camp, that it really wasn't referring to the Juggernaut fight, even though it could have been, because he could have realistically killed any of them, realistically, right? But it was actually the camp they went to, and they actually had a choice, because they're like, okay, you want to train with Wolverine or go to this camp? And they're like, they all said, let's go to the camp. So they go, and of course, there's the Brotherhood there as well, and they're bickering back and forth, using powers a little bit, and there's like this rope climbing, and then to like hand gliding or whatever down, and then there's a raft, and the whole back and forth. Avalanche using his powers, Cyclops using his powers. They got in this whole thing, arguing, and then they're all tasked as a group, not individually, because realistically, Quicksilver could have ran all the way up there, or Nightcrawler could have easily, right up there, bamfed right up there, and got the flag. They all had to go. And of course, at the end, they got a photo of all of them together for that guy when they all had to leave, and drop the flag as well right in front of them. But they're going off in different ways, and of course, they just have it to where Toad can just climb up like nothing, and then you have, of course, Blob just dragging the other two behind him, and then you have the actual X-Men doing like the trails and everything, getting up there, and And of course, and at a certain point, Cyclops is like getting like, oh, just go up there and get the flag. Oh, go check it. But you know, he wanted to tell him, just grab it. Just grab the flag. Because that's what he was wanting. But ultimately, Jean's trying to keep him in his place. Like, look, we're not using our powers here. But of course, Avalanche did use his powers. That's how they got stuck in or whatever. They caved in or whatever, as they say. But they weren't really caved in. Not really. But still, it could have been worse. They could have died down there, right? But again, this shows they're not going to kill anybody off. When Storm shows up with the Blackbird, after they get to the top, and of course Quicksilver and Nightcrawler grabs the flag at the same time, she says, Professor X in danger, so is Mystique. And Cyclops and Avalanche look at each other. You ready for this? Let's do it, or whatever, like whatever the lines were. Typical, okay, let's just go. I kind of wish maybe they would have done a little bit more of like, I don't know. I kind of wish they would have found a better approach to getting them to actually going back to the X-Mansion together to fighting Juggernaut. Because, and I'm not sure how you do that unless you restructure this episode a bit, because I feel like the camp survival of the fittest, this whole like training or whatever, could have been reworked entirely in terms of that side of the storyline. Because the Juggernaut stuff, I think they did a pretty damn good job. The other stuff, it's whatever, because like this guy doesn't really matter, the guy who's running the camp or whatever, and this whole survival of the fittest. I mean, sure they're working together, but ultimately it's proving the Brotherhood can't really work together, and they're always bickering at each other and shit. X-Men, Cyclops is trying, but he's also pushing himself and pushing the team, and then also at the point, okay, use your powers, dude. It's like, you know. So I get the whole gist of it, because ultimately they're still kids, right? They're not adults yet, they're still kids. I know they're teenagers, but you get what I'm saying. They're still young. So they're going to make mistakes and make decisions that necessarily they wouldn't really do when they're their adult selves, especially the X-Men when they're actually an adult team as the X-Men. But I think they could have reworked it to where them working together would have made more sense, because it felt kind of like just weird to go. So the Brotherhood are being trained by Mystique, who's pretending to be the principal, who's working really under Magneto. We're training them to go against the X-Men. But as soon as, like, Storm just says, oh, and Mystique's in trouble too. Okay, let's just go. Like, instead of, like, okay, let's find out more, maybe or more of an organic. Maybe they could have had the storyline be where Mystique tells them about this plan that she has. And then maybe, like, instead of this whole, like, subplot of going to this camp or whatever, that she tells them about this plan. Like, in the opening of the episode, like, she's telling them of this plan they have till the rest of the Brotherhood. And then she goes, and then she returns and says that she's gonna that you know Juggernaut's crazy or whatever, and then so they go to the X-Mansion to steal Cerebro when they find Juggernaut's almost there or something, and then that's where he turns on Mystique and maybe attacks them at first, Brotherhood, and then that's where the X-Men show up, and that's where they have to work together, because ultimately he's attacking both Professor X and Mystique or something. Maybe they could have found something to make it like so, because them working together just it felt kind of weird. I know how Scott's like, that felt really good, right? That felt like a good thing. It's like, yeah, but could have been handled a little better in my opinion. But anyways, regardless of that, I overall enjoyed the episode. Had a great time with Juggernaut appearing, and I hope we get to see more of him. I'm hoping he's not just gone forever, because I would like to see him appear more and see more of him, because he literally is unstoppable. But maybe that's also a counter to his appearing more often, is that he's so powerful, he's unstoppable. How much can you really write around that? Like, how much can you actually write that's interesting in terms of a guy who cannot be stopped besides the mind attack by Charles? So, I don't know. But anyways, it was good. Had a good time with it. And I can't wait to see what happens next. I'm enjoying the journey so far. I do appreciate you guys voting for the show. I really do. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. I'm curious to know your thoughts about this episode. Let me know in the comments below, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I will talk to you guys soon. Peace out.